What's up, everybody? Just like Tim the Tap Man says, we got a banger for you today. We're going over all the craziest videos I found online in the past, from the biggest mouths in the world to making homemade toothpaste to secretly what we do with your teeth after we take them out of your face. There is a lot of crazy videos, and it just keeps getting crazier as the video goes on. So I hope you enjoy and just learn something new, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Let's get into it.
Dentists are only rich because they keep your teeth and they put them under their pillow for the tooth fairy. They're using your loss for their game. Spread the word.
There's no way she can't know this. How does she know this? That's what I'm talking about. She's outing us. She's gonna take away everything from us. But for real though, she's not wrong. There is a reason why we keep all your teeth, and it's not because we send it to the tooth fairy to get an extra check in the mail. Because what if I told you that all your dentist friends, they like to pluck little teeth every day long, and then they go ahead and they sneak back to their back room, they get a big old jar of bleach, then they just drop that tooth inside this jar of bleach and they save it. They save it for years. We do it for a reason, because we give them away. Because somebody lucky enough one day will come to our office and say, hey doc, you got any extra teeth? And that person is a new dental student. They're about to go into dental school. And you know what? They need to work on real teeth. But you know what? It's hard to find real teeth because you almost have to have a practice of pulling people's real teeth to be able to acquire these teeth.
I get crazy. I get crazy.
Okay, hold up. That's crazy. What is that torture device in her mouth? But for real though, you guys asking me 45 times a day for some reason about this video, saying, Bentist, what the heck is this thing, this saw-looking contraption inside this girl's mouth? Well, I'm about to tell you. This thing is what we like to call a tongue tamer. Yes, right? We're trying to like taming a lion. We're taming your tongue because your tongue can cause some problems if you didn't know. But what if I told you that the way you swallow and push your tongue around is a light continuous force over time in the wrong direction? Because this girl has what we call a tongue thrust. When she swallows, I can't even do it, she pushes her tongue up against the front of her teeth, and that causes those teeth to go and end up in what we call an open bite. And so the tongue tamer comes in and creates all these little pokey things in the way, so literally if you tried to stick your tongue up in the wrong areas, well, it hurts.
This is how veneers look to me. This is how they look to you. I feel like everybody's teeth look the same, just like this. Little squares.
I can tell you why they look that way, and let's just say they don't have to. And also, this is another reason why I tell you guys don't even get veneers in the first place if you like the shape of your teeth. And that's because it's really hard to replicate natural tooth structure. And so if you have beautiful, perfect teeth and they're just a little bit crooked, instead of shaving them down and getting them replaced with veneers, just go get some braces or Invisalign. But that, anyways, back to the veneers. So there's a reason why a lot of the ones that you guys have seen online that are getting made fun of, looking like white chiclets and everything, is because, well, they probably didn't get it from a very good source. Because there's different types of veneers, and the ones that you're probably seeing a lot are these resin composite veneers done by people who are not that good at veneers. And that's because a lot of the resins that they use are just one color. They're just white. There is an art to it. And well, just avoid going the cheap route and getting some nasty looking chiclet veneers because they're all too prevalent these days online.
People think brushing your teeth is good for you.
So you don't brush your teeth either?
I haven't brushed my teeth in years.
So I don't need to brush my teeth.
You don't need to shower.
Okay, big dog, showering is where I draw the line, okay? I gotta deal with patients' stinky breath all day long. I don't wanna deal with them being stinky too, okay? But for real though, I got 1,000 questions asking me, this guy never brushes his teeth. How is it possible that he still has teeth in his mouth? And we're gonna figure out exactly why that may be. So if my man is only on like a carnivore diet, he's only eating meat, he's not eating very sugary things or carbohydrate things, there's no fuel for that bacteria to eat, and then in turn, more than likely, it's not going to cause cavities because there's nothing for it to eat to cause the cavities. No acid, no tooth decay, no cavities. Now, there's other things too. I mean, he could just purely be genetically different too. I mean, he could have had a ton of fluoride in his water when he was younger, and that strengthens the teeth up like crazy. You actually see these little white spots, we call them fluorosis, and that actually means that your tooth is infused with fluoride and it's super hyper strong.
What color will make your teeth get brighter?
I can tell you. No, literally, it's literally my job. I literally do this every day, and I can tell you exactly what colors will make your teeth look bright white and which ones will make your teeth look like dookie stains. Okay, the first thing we want to do is do some figuring out of, okay, what things make your teeth look bad? What should we avoid? Well, obviously, the first easy ones are, I would not do anything green, yellow, or brown. Okay, green because it looks like you got food stuck between your teeth. Brown because, well, you know why, and then yellow because, well, it just makes your teeth look even yellower and nasty.
So what gives? Dentist, what is the right colors? What should I choose?
So for me, I would go for the blues, I would go for the purples, anything that kind of just deep, bright, you know, main color. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that you just got that pop to it. Like this is the blue I'm talking about. You see how white this blue makes this white look blue? That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of blue I'm talking about. And yeah, oh, now you know. Good luck. Shut the front door. There's no way.
A few moments later.
All right, okay, I found some magnets on the fridge. We're gonna test this out. How can I test this out, you say? Because I've still got that dreaded bracket on my teeth 2.5 years later. You know, I don't even know if this is gonna work because braces are made out of like an alloy, and I don't even know if they're made of enough stainless steel or anything to actually bond to. So we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna start with the big one here, and we're gonna see exactly what we've got here. Here's the racket, just so you know. What the? All right, we're gonna try it without the lid. Huh? Dang it. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's not working. Okay, now we're gonna try the light one and see if the light one works. Okay, let's test. Just kidding. It literally just stuck to my lip. It didn't do anything. Let's try it without the thing here. So unfortunately, this is not true, I don't think. I mean, you can try it with your own braces and let me know if it works, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. They're scamming you. That's right, this company, High Smile, has been scamming you guys for so long, and now that I'm seeing these ads starting to go around the web again, I think it's time to do my public service announcement once more. I mean, where do I even start with this company? First, we have their V34 color corrector, which, yes, I have had it, we've tried it, we've made videos, it's crap. It doesn't work. And what really just makes me mad is their blatant use of false advertisement. It's illegal in America, by the way. I don't know how they haven't gotten sued for this. But anyways, what they do is they purposely Photoshop and manipulate the photos to make them look like the yellow is magically turning white with post-production. And even their employees have came out to me and told me that they don't like the way that they do this because they think it's unethical. So, false blatant advertisement? Check. Crappy products that don't work with some marketing buzzwords to make you think that they do? Check. 3, scamming you and skimming you on as much, amounts are in there, but you're only getting half of that? Check. All right, you guys tagged me a ton in this, said this was super cool. It's apparently a doctor who was a dad and he wanted to make some fake braces for his kid. So this is the first step. This is what we call an alginate mold. Now, we don't have to do this as much anymore. We take digital scans, but this is the old school way to do it, and this is the old school way to make the mold out of plaster. So you saw him vibrating to make sure we're getting rid of all those air bubbles. Now we're heating up the retainer material to suck it down. As you can see, as it turns, that air is gonna suck it down into a retainer. Now, normally the way I made this originally was I super glued these to the teeth, and this guy is super smart. He's actually heating up the brackets so they're so hot that they melt and infuse into the retainer itself, which I think was actually a super smart thing. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Probably gonna stick way better than my super glue in my mouth and way less toxic. That's what it looks like. Actually, it looks really good. Now let's see what it looks like on his daughter. I'm assuming it's his daughter. Man, I need to offer this as like a business, making fake retainers for people. This would be great. I'm like that. It looks so good. Okay, first off, 9 years is crazy, but that's not what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the time in braces, although that is a little bit wild. But what I do want to talk about is why her smile looks so good, because there's a small little detail that a lot of people don't realize that can turn your smile from average to Hollywood overnight. And that is what we like to call smile arc. That's right, a smile arc, or basically how arcish the teeth are they flat, are they arched, are they whatever, is actually a big determinant on whether your smile looks super good or not. There's a very important thing that frames your smile, and that is your lower lip. And so your lower lip, some people's lower lips are flatter, some people's are more arched. And so we actually have to move and change the way that your upper teeth are angled to follow that lower lip line and give you a proper smile arc. Okay, you guys tagged me in this a ton, kids toothpaste hack. So it looks like we're mixing 2 different toothpaste together and we're adding mouthwash. Why are you adding mouthwash? Okay, so we're stirring it up with a spoon. That looks gross, but whatever. Okay, it looks like slime. And now we're putting it, okay, so this is a big And we're gonna add more mouthwash. What is she doing now? She's adding more mouthwash to it. One of the big things about a tube that you don't know is it has layers to hold in gas from being released, and also so that light can't get in. So the fact that she just took all this toothpaste out of its protective gas barriers, and as well as that the light can see it and break down the toothpaste, she put it into a clear little glass bottle. That means that her toothpaste is probably going to go bad in like a week or two, just because there's nothing protecting it from light just denaturing it and breaking it down.
Look, they're gonna be like, no gum, no ice, no this, no like, but girl, eat what you want. You just gotta know how to eat it.
The crazy part is I 120% get what she's trying to say. You just kind of gotta know how to eat with braces, and you can get away with a lot. And if you just try to not think about the braces and you just eat without thinking about the braces, you're gonna break a bracket. It's really hard to understand. Kind of hard to explain it to you guys. Maybe she's got something further. Maybe she's gonna explain a little bit further. Let's go ahead and keep watching.
If you're gonna chew ice, don't be in that bitch. Like, you're gonna break a bracket.
That is what I'm talking. That's exactly what I'm trying to talk about. You can't just be like, because if you just bite with no regard for human decency, you're gonna break a bracket, okay? They're only on there with a little bit of glue, okay? If you come in with an upward force on it really hard, it's gonna shear that bracket off, okay? So yeah, what she said, you just gotta know, you gotta just know. That's the best I got on this one.
And where down we go.
This shirt is right, we're gonna need a bigger burger. How is it possible that this man's can eat a burger this big without dislocating his jaw? Well, let's try and figure it out together. You see, your jaw is actually a ball and socket joint. And you have this little upper jaw, little socket here, your lower jaw, the condyle sits up in there, and when you open your mouth, it comes up a little bit and closes back down. So it is hard to open up super big and not have something dislocate. So in his, he has a couple very cool things that are going on here. One, the anatomy of his jaw and his socket is allowing him to open up really large without popping out of socket. So that's one thing. Two, that means his ligaments are very tight and his musculature is actually very loose. So his muscles are very flexible while his ligaments are tight. Where most people, your muscles are tight and your ligaments are loose. And the reason why your muscles are tight is because they're trying to stop your jaw from coming out of socket.
24 hours before I take my braces off. 12 hours before I take my braces off. 6 hours before I take my braces off. 4 hours before I take my braces off. 2 hours before I take my braces off. 1 hour before I take my braces off.
I like how he didn't overreact at all. Yeah, that was great. Very demure, very cutesy, very sweetsy. I'm not gonna lie, body dysmorphia is real. That's right, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative body image type thing. It's just the fact that your body, you get used to what you looked like. And fun fact, I cried whenever they told me I had to get my braces on when I was a kid, and then I cried again when I had to get them off because I liked them so much. So you're not alone. And so when you get them off, yes, you might have a mild freak out for a little bit, but I promise you, it just looks weird for a little bit. 2 weeks later, you're gonna be loving it and you're gonna be thinking, why the heck did I wanna keep my braces on? This is amazing. But until then, let the self-loathing commence because, well, it's pretty common. I see it a lot.
Oh, I broke my teeth.
Faith, what the heck? You just got those and you've already broke them. What's going on? For those that don't know, Faith is someone who lost all of her teeth and was in dentures for a really long time. And then finally, she was able to get some implant-supported dentures. And implant-supported dentures is basically where we have like multiple implants, 1, 2, 3, inside your upper jaw and your lower jaw, and then your dentures basically snap on and screw in to those implants. For Bentist, I don't care about implant-supported dentures. I want to know why her teeth are doing the 360 inside of her mouth. Well, welcome to the world of temporary restorations. Because you see, what she had in her mouth is actually what we call a temporary. It wasn't the real deal. It was actually something that was going to be in place until the real ones got made for the lab, and then they put those things in. And unfortunately, these implant-supported dentures are only supported by a couple different area points there, so there can be some weak points, especially if you're just making a set of temporaries.
I actually had my wisdom teeth removed when I was 20. I had no idea. The insurance company had a $5,000 reward for removing my wisdom teeth. And then I learned about how your wisdom teeth are connected to your heart. So there's actually no reason to remove the wisdom teeth. They actually just pull them out so they could get from the and then mess with your meridian line.
Where do we unpack this one? First off, I don't think anybody's ever told me that I have a $5,000 reward to go pull wisdom teeth, or else I'd be pulling wisdom teeth every other day. I'm telling you what. So when we tell you to get your wisdom teeth out, it's not just because we're trying to get some free $5,000, lottery pick from the insurance company. Now, oral surgeons, that is their kind of main job. That's how they make their money. They take wisdom teeth out, but they get referred by dentists and orthodontists and periodontists. I don't make any money from referring people to get their wisdom teeth out. I don't get anything for it. I'm just doing it because I've seen the nastiness that can come from leaving an impacted wisdom tooth in. So if you have those things and your dentist tells you to get them out, get them out.